Oh, sweet. Hey, Hannah, what up? Hannah Montana. Thank you for joining me. First live stream, so it's gonna be pretty good. We're just waiting for a couple people. I just posted out on my Instagram and my Snapchat, so hopefully they come. If they don't, they don't. It will just be me and you there. Nothing much. Just chilling now. I thought, if anyone got any questions about fishing tackle, what I use, this is why I'm doing the live stream, so that's what's up. And just feel free if you want to share this stream right now. That way, all your friends can come and join. Because the more people we can join, the more I'll get out there. So really appreciate it if you do that. If you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to share the live stream, you can. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel too. In a little bit here on the weekend, I'm gonna go out ice fishing, so I'm gonna planning some posting some contacts on my YouTube channel, some ice fishing videos. If not, then I'm gonna be just putting updates on my Instagram, and I'll my Instagram's on my channel. Um, I put it down in the chat actually. That should be. But yeah, that's my Instagram. So follow me on there. I just put in the chat. So yeah. Yes, anything that can bite the hook, primarily bass. I have went in a true story. In high school, I went to the bass fishing tournament and ended up catching two muskies during the bass fishing tournament. And I was trying to fish for bass. So yes, I do accidentally fish for muskie, but I have caught muskie on purpose. What about? Like I said, anything if anything bites the hook, yes. Sometimes maybe, sometimes not. It depends. So if bass or any type of fish that I'm fishing for, if it's for crappie, perch, even walleye, muskie, northerns. If I'm not fishing for bass, and I'm fishing for crappie. If I'm not fishing for crappie, then I'm fishing for muskie or northern. But yeah, I'll fish for catfish if the bass aren't biting and if I have live bait on me. Only time I'm gonna be able to catfish if I have live bait. I never try artificial bait for catfishing. I have tried gulp for crappie fishing and bass fishing. I like use gulp in the like winter time or just when I'm out pond fishing sometimes if I'm planning to get a lot of fish in and planning to fillet them. But for catfish, I never try artificial. I always go for night crawlers or sometimes cut a piece of bluegill or something, or even putting stink bait on there like cheese or something that the scent can go down. And if it's in the river system or a creek, that the scent can go down. Or if it's in the pond, then something that's puts out a lot of scent. Stink bait works, and I like shiners and like night crawlers. But live bait for catfish for me, that's the only way I can catch them. If you try artificial bait, then let me know what you use. Yeah. Yeah, bluegill works good. I saw a lot of people use a lot of bluegill. Problem is, I don't carry a knife with me, so and there's like a size limit for bluegill. Um, so I can catch bluegill, but sometimes I won't. If I'm bass fishing, like I said, and catching a lot of bass, or even one or two bass that I caught, then I'm just gonna stick with bass fishing. But if I haven't caught anything and it's been a slow day, I'll go bluegill fishing. And then if I have my bigger rod set up for like with the bait hook with the weight on there, and I could cast it out, then I would. If I had a cutting table with me or cutting board, or had a fillet knife with me and I caught a little bluegill, then maybe. But I never tried using bluegill because there's reasons why, because it's messy, and I just like to either buy the bait like night crawlers, but I don't want blood going over all my tackle, and I don't know what part of the bluegill to use, if I use the head or the tail, or how big it's got to be, and also I don't know how big of the catfish will be. Sometimes the population of the lake or pond might have smaller catfish, so I might go with nightcrawler. But yeah, I heard people use bluegill, and bluegill can catch a lot of big catfish. Do you fish just for catfish and muskie, or do you fish for other things? I want to know that. I want to let me know about that. Is it particularly just catfish and muskie, or you want to know anything else? Or I want to know what you like to do. Do you like to fish for catfish during what time of the year, or do you like to catch muskie during this time of what time of the year? I heard muskie fishing in the late fall and stuff is pretty good. Cool. Yeah. Section with me. I fish for whatever bites the hook. There's some days where I go out bass fishing and I catch so much where I just get bored and I just go out decided let's just go fish for a bluegill on a kayak, or maybe go out on fish for perch because I like perch fishing. I don't particular favorite perch over bluegill, but to me, if I'm going out and I want to eat something, out particular fish I like to eat, it will be like crappie, walleye, perch. Bluegill to me, it's just they're too small, and I like long fillets. Yes, smallies all are fun to catch. I caught them at rivers. I haven't really caught them in the lake kind of river, like lake chain. I heard up north in Wisconsin they have good smallmouth population. That's one of my goals is go up in the northern part of Wisconsin and go smallmouth fishing. Most of the lakes that I have, they don't stock smallmouth. Only the major creeks or rivers they have smallmouth. I fish around my hometown, whatever public lake or forest preserve they have. There's a couple of them that they have muskie and northerns and all different type of fish species. I fished the Illinois River a couple of times. I'll go down south by the Illinois River when it goes out by the Kankakee River. I'll go fish some of the power plant lakes, those nuclear lakes when they have rare fish supposedly. But and then I fish the Rock River, and then I go up. I'm in northern Illinois, so I go up by Rockford, and then sometimes I go up by Lake Michigan area if I have a chance. I've done that once. I haven't caught anything, but I particular stay around the Midwest. So like there's a lake that we can put the boat in, my kayak, or there's a particular spot in the Illinois River between two dams that are really good for catfishing, but also good for sheephead. My brother caught a big sheephead one time at the Illinois River down at Starved Rock on National Park. Yes, Heidi Key, Lake Heidi Key, Illinois, and then there's another one. There's a oh, what was the other lake? Heidi Key Lake used to be Goose Park, Park, State Park. They used to call Goose Lake. There used to be a lake called Goose Lake there. That used to be power plant there, but now they closed that off and they knocked the power plant down. And there's another power plant. There's one at LaSalle Lake. LaSalle has a power pl- plant and nuclear power plant, and then there's one at Braidwood. Braidwood is recently the new one that I've been the last 2 years at, and they're open earlier because of the lake. It's warmer than the air temperature, so yeah, yeah. Spring lakes are really good too. Yeah, anything with the reason power plant lakes or nuclear plant lakes are, to me, one of the hot spots for fishing if you want to get out there is the water's warmer. And during a time of year, you can actually go out in the early morning and see fog coming from the lake. I think it's just so cool, but it's also kind of dangerous if you got multiple boats on the lake. And there's a speed limit at these lakes that you can't go any faster than like 35 miles per hour. Because there's been accidents recently on the lake of people getting hurt. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I heard about Clinton Lake. They have tournaments down there and stuff. Actually, I think it was my bass fishing club had a tournament down there. This was the Illinois uh state championship happens for bass fishing. When they have the tournaments down there, I think it's either Clinton Lake or another major lake down there. But I always want to. I've been looking at Clinton Lake, and I feel like if I had to go pick and go south by Illinois or go on a road trip and visit some of these other major power plant lakes in Illinois, that would be one of them. I would just love fishing any lake that has bass or any Pacific specific types of fish. Um, but yeah, I heard Clear Lakes it's a pretty big sized lake, deep lake, but it's a good lake that I can probably challenge myself with. I fish smaller lakes a lot of times, but I also like Braidwood and Lake Heideke. They're not big, huge lakes, but they're decent sized lakes that you can go out there and kind of get lost on what you're supposed to be doing. But also the lakes that like Braidwood, they got a lot of cover and stuff. They got a lot of pockets and everything. And like Clear Lake's huge, so you can go up these creeks and stuff. I heard it's amazing. Stripers, yeah. I caught a striper. It wasn't big. It was about like a 20 inch, maybe 20, maybe 19 inch striper. I caught it on a Fire Tiger Rapala crankbait. It was pretty sick, and it was the day when I caught my muskie too. My first muskie. It was actually Lake Heideke. I was out there with my dad and my brother. I was on the back tractor, excuse me, and I had my new crankbait, and my dad had the Section One, but it was like in the different kind of colors, more like a natural color, but it was Fire Tiger as well, but a little bit darker. And he got it in the car, and the fish was so it was a little dirty water, I guess, but it was also fishing down deep. And I caught a muskie on one spot, then I went over to the other side of the lake, and it was about not shallow, but we were trolling around, and I caught a striper just right by the boat. It was unbelievable. I haven't never caught a striper on ever before that day. Muskie was my first muskie I caught there, and the muskie I caught was a 21st muskie. It wasn't big, but it was a good sized muskie for me to catch because I had at the time I only had 8 pound test line and a medium action rod, and I was afraid to break the line. Because they have teeth and stuff. If I would have had a steel wire cable or a steel leader, I would have been much more satisfied, much more relaxed. Yeah, they do. One of these things wish I can do, and if you haven't follow any of these YouTubers, if you go to about the Googling Squad, I know Lake Forkai, he fishes for striper, and I saw in a couple of his videos that he goes out on the lake and takes these spoons and find these school stripers, and he just jigs for them and he fillets them up. I want to do that so badly, but I don't have the time to do it. I like to catch and release a lot. But if I had a couple of my buddies going out, like two, three of my friends going out one day and say, let's meet up at this lake and go striper fishing. Then I'll be like, okay, let's go get a jigging spoon and literally jig for stripers. Most of the crankbaits I have are not specifically brand, but I have them kind of set up in my tag box by sizes and depths, but not by color. But most of my newer crankbaits that I got, like Strike King 6XDs or 3XD crankbaits or Square Bill or lipless crankbaits, I have them specifically in the new stores in the new box. But yeah, this is the crankbait I use. It's made by Rapala. It's a floating crankbait. Dives about 15 to 20 feet deep. And I caught my muskie on this, and he kind of it was it was one of those deals out there that you didn't notice the fish biting, and he kind of bit soft. I thought he'd be more aggressive, but no, he kind of just actually swam with the bait until he just grabbed on, and he was kind of barely hooked too. So that's the same thing with the striper. I felt him, but he put a little bit more of a fight than a muskie, which was kind of strange to me. But yeah, this is the bait I caught with. It's a floating Rapala bait. It's a deep diving crankbait. It's a nice beginner crankbait. These are really good for trolling. This most of the time I go up in the UP. I use this crankbait sometimes for trolling if I'm on bigger body of water or if I'm just casting. At the time, at Heideke, we were using this. I was using this, and my dad got his back in the second time we went out there. We were both using these sets and crankbaits and just crushing them. It's just this chartreuse and this green and this orange Fire Tiger. It's really popular kind of base. It's the most baked. This is the most. This color particularly is the best color for winter, kind of spring when they're kind of getting up dirty and going up in dirty water. And I have caught fish on a particular type of bait when there's clear water. Rapala makes another one like it, but it's a slow sinking bait. But yeah, like this bait is it's killer. It's hollow body. It's made out of balsa wood. It floats, but it also is good if you jerk it a couple of times. It gives that fish a couple more chances to grab it, and you get a good hook set in it. It's just phenomenal. Yeah. What I particularly sometimes I like to use for muskie and northern Maps Furies inline spinners like a 6 or 5. They work good as well. If they're up shallow and they're swimming around. Or if they're cold and they're out deep. At the time, it was pretty windy, and we're getting those white caps, like huge, those like 1 foot swells. It was really, really windy, and it was like at the time there was someone stationed at the lake, already about to close it off. But we just got off the lake when they were starting to close the lake off because the wind was so bad. But that's when I was, at the time thought put that crankbait on, see what happens, and I caught the muskie. It was actually out in the shallow part. We were in about 20 feet of water, and right next to us, it went down about 60 feet. I was catching it up shallow and bringing it out deep, and he just caught it when he was just out in the deep cruising around, and he was just slow and looked hard. But yeah, they work. I mean, if I can get more of those, I would. But Rapala is like one of those kind of brands of lures that they can be pricey from time to time. Unless you get them on clearance, then they're good. Huh. Let's think. Let's think about something else. Huh. Hmm. I'll be right back. I'm gonna look on my phone, see what's up on the internet or the world, social media, and see what those guys and girls are doing on there. See if they notice that I'm live. Boy, probably be live in for probably about 30 more minutes, and then after that, I might just stop the live stream for a little bit, and then I'll do more. I'm just doing this not for long. It's gonna be a short live stream. If I was planning to just do it for an hour, but I'm gonna probably just do it for a couple more minutes, probably for 30, 25 more minutes, and then after that, we'll be done with it, unless people start showing up in the next couple of minutes. Be right back. English. I am live. Come join my live stream. H and yeah.
Did you shuffle the back?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I was gonna do that. Thank you.
She's been out too.
Cool, thank you.
No. Oh, Hannah, why do you let me, Hannah? You let me down, Hannah. Uh, and I will find you. I'm sure it goes on. I don't know how I can't believe I'm coming in like a wrecking ball. Na 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 na, don't give a shit about the lyrics. My mama believe. Sometimes. Sorry about the noise in the background. It's my brother. Mm-hmm. Wow. I got baits, tackle we can talk about. We got lures we can talk about. We can talk about strategy, what I would do to prepare for me to go out before I go out. Talk about how I prepare for all like. Talk about what my tactics are. Anyone want to join the live stream, you can do it. Did I put this on public? It'll be a problem. Yeah, it's public. I'm- Man, it sucks you don't have anyone to talk to. Then you're just talking to yourself. uh, Man, there's snow outside. It's got my college class got canceled. Other schools got canceled. You got a fever. See someone just joining my live stream. Think our plans are, and they just left. Oh, golly. Let's talk about. I got plenty of stuff to talk about. I got my whole tackle box, my whole bag right here. Talk about what everything I got in here, every single spot, every single place, every single compartment, what everything opened up to. Talk about what I keep on my side right here. Talk about what I got gloves here for. Talk about what each tackle box I use, what kind of lures I use, what do I prefer during what situations, what time of the year do you use these type of lures. You can talk about anything, anything, as long as nothing complicated like what is what kind of sonar you run, what kind of motor, how much horsepower does it put out? Well, nothing like that. I prefer if you go in detail, and if you want me to go down to the specs, what I use, then I can do it about rods and reels. But anything like about specific specs, like you should use this and that, then yeah, okay, I can give it a go. I mean, I'm not gonna deny it. I don't know everything, but I do know most what fishermen knows. I can tell you some of the techniques I use, what I prefer to use. She's cooking something on here. Holy, I'm not sure. Oh, just whatever. Oh, he's got. Man, I do look good in the camera. Mm. Maybe I should get my whole thing wrapped, my whole computer wrap of a fish. Get a Bass logo on here. Get a couple of T-shirts that said Bass Boy One Fishing. Oh, that'll be sexy. Bass Boy One Fishing right across the chest, the bass and right here, the lure in his mouth. Guy know who does T-shirts. You can make custom T-shirts. Leave a link below. Put it in the chat. Okay. I'm gonna end my live stream here. I'm gonna get a schedule to keep, but there are also other things. Let's actually see what we got right here. Actually, you know what we can do? Say hello to the Faders Watch. And let's go to Shows Me Live. Jeff put okay, almost done. She put down here. You know, 8 hours ago. Hmm. Well, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you, Miss Montana, for joining me. Thank you, everyone else. This will be posted down in my videos on in my channel. If you want to review the live stream, this is what I'll typically would do from now on. I'll do live streams up to maybe 50 minutes, 40 minutes. To start out with, and then I'll go into 2 hours, 3 hours if we get more people, more subscribers. But if you missed this live stream, don't worry, it'll be down below. And I will do a video on my tackle, whatever I have time to do. If you want to do that, leave a comment below, post it on Instagram. Next live stream, if you see me on my rod rack, on my reels, you know what I mean. Big up. If if we can get a couple more people coming in the chat, coming in the live streams, I'll do this more. If we don't, then I'm not gonna continue live streams. I'll just post videos up. But I'll do either a live stream with talk about my tackle, or I'll do a separate video on my tackle and my rods one time. Day, one time a day. I mean, not one time. I mean, one day I'll put it up. Um, yeah, that'll be it. And then over time, over when time goes by and over the days to become over the years, and more people we get up on here, we can talk about more bigger things in the future, more things I have planned out. But until then, you stay who you are, stay positive, keep on going out fishing, never give up. Keep on doing what you do. To stay spicy, my friends. Stay completely healthy. Don't get sick over the winter. Go out ice fishing. Try new things. Don't be afraid. Try new things. I hate when people are afraid of trying new things. I see it all the time. Particularly ice fishing. You got little kids who want to go ice fishing, and you don't have an ice fishing rod, and they're in the group, and they come over saying, "What you guys doing ice fishing?" And they ask you, "What you guys doing?" And one of you catches a fish. You say, "Okay, here, let them hold the fish in the hand, let them release it, give them into fishing, have them have a little experience holding a fish, show them how to ice fish, show them how to fish, teach them every day how to fish. Tell people what you particularly use what are beginners what's a beginner guide of fishing? What do you need before fishing? What do you need to start out with fishing? It all depends on you. You are the future generation of fishermen. You gotta spread the word out, give the information out. There's a lot of YouTubers out there that are doing it right now. Be one of them. Spread the info. If you don't have anything to, if you want to do this, if you need my perspective or you need my help, I'll love to help you guys. But also comment below, correct me if I'm wrong. To help me with tactics. If I need help, I'll ask you guys. But you know what? Some of you guys comment on the live streams about catfishing and stuff. That's awesome. I don't mind talking about bass fishing, but if you're talking about musky fishing, bluegill fishing, striper fishing, catfishing, I don't care what species. If it involves with the rod and reel and a hook at the end of a line, I'll talk about it. See you guys. Stay fresh and never ever give up. Keep on doing what you do. Challenge yourself every day. Peace.